Greetings all. It's Catherine with Silver Spiral Tarot, and it has been a very long time, and I'm here with a very raspy voice, which is the reason I have not been really recording videos for a while, and I've missed it, and there have been VRs I wanted to respond to, and I'm hoping that I'm going to make this through this one without a coughing fit. That would be super nice. I also have a new setup, and so I'm excited about that, seeing how this is going to work out. And what I wanted to do is I have a little bit of an unboxing. So I'm still fidgeting. There we go. And I was very excited about this. So I saw somebody else do an unboxing of this, and I thought, oh, I would really like to have that. And then you think about it. Okay, thinking about it is sometimes not good. I missed out on Benabel Wen's Spirits Keeper Tarot by thinking about it. And I almost missed out on this one. And well, I saw somebody else had it the other day, and I said, I wonder if it's back in stock, because it had been out of stock. Sure enough, it was back in stock, and so I'm ready to show this to you. I have taken the shrink wrap off. Obviously, I've taken the packing off, taken the shrink wrap off, and that's it. So let's take a look at what I have here. Of course, I've moved it back and forth several times, but now you can see it's the Kabbalistic Tarot. And it comes with this nice certificate of authenticity. There are 79 cards in the deck. This is the author's edition, and it is from Geneva. And this is copy number 256 out of 500. So this Kabbalistic Tarot is by Eugene, Vinitski, Frater North. Look at that, 2 signatures down there even. And it has a seal on it as well. It's 3 fishes in Annulo, by the way. So, all right, let's look at the box. Great box. Really nice box with an Ouroboros there, and then zodiac signs here, and the Star of David, the Magen David right here. The box has these little finger holds right here, which is always great. There's nothing else out here on the box, so let's open it up. Look at that. This Kabbalistic Tarot deck utilizes the concept developed in the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. I love that paper there. I almost called it an end paper. Yes, folks, I was a librarian. Then here, is there anything else? The design. Again, maybe you can see this. This is really nice. So it has a little black book that's black. And I haven't even looked at this yet. So, I mean, this really is my first impression. Frater North is, must be a person. I know the Frater is Latin for brother. So, here's the Tree of Life. And again, I have not read any of this. but this first sentence here, relation between tarot and Kabbalah was first brought into spotlight by Antoine Coeur de Gébelin and Comte de Mellet at the end of the 18th century and was then elaborated by Eliphas Levi. Levi was the first to trace connection between the Hebrew letters, the ways of the Tree of Life, and tarot arcana. Later, the system of correlation between the parts of tarot and the Sephirot tree was revised many times, and different authors developed their own systems which they considered to be most appropriate based on their own ideas. The fundamental distinction between the major and minor arcana lies in their reference to different elements of the tree of Sephirot. Major arcana represent the dynamic part of the tree and are associated with moving from one sephira to another, while the minor arcana are rigidly bound to static sephirot. Sephirot is plural of sephira, and sephira is Hebrew for sapphire. Transition changes the situation, makes it move to another state, while Sephira just registers some events and conditions. Our Kabbalistic tarot deck utilizes the concept developed in the Hermetic order of the Golden Dawn. The design of the cards is based on the images from 3 uncut printer sheets in the Rosenwald collection, and the missing ones have been reconstructed. The Kabbalistic Tarot can be used for both predictive purposes and meditation. So what they're referring to here, and one of the reasons I was excited about it, is the Rosenwald collection has a copy of, and now I'm not going to be able to tell you which one it was, but a tarot deck from the 16th, maybe 16th century, unless this is Marseille, which is a little bit later. And so this is the Fool in this one from that tarot deck. And it's going to have some colors on it that we're going to see. This is the color of the first Sephira on the tree, which would be these. And then the color of the second Sephira on the tree, which I'm assuming is what connects these through the different paths. That's an assumption. We'll see if my assumption is correct. So here again, the position of the first Sephira card, the position of the second Sephira card. And then it has the Hebrew letter corresponding to this card. I wanted to talk a moment about Hebrew letters. There is no 0 in the Hebrew counting system. Hebrew counting starts with Aleph. Aleph is 1. Bet is 2. Gimel is 3. Dalet is 4. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, yes. And it goes on like that. And then when it gets to 11, you're going to have Aleph and Yod, which is 10. So 10 plus 1. And this is not an unusual way of creating a counting system. So we use 11, 12, 13. We use teen for the rest of them. And then we say 21, which used to be 20 and 1. So basically it's the same thing. But the catch here is that there is no 0. So the first card, which is the Fool card, which is normally numbered 0, actually is Aleph, or number 1. Okay. So this goes through all of that. The what we'll see right here, and we'll see this closer when we get into the cards, this arc right here is called Ein, which is nothing. It means nothing. Ein is a letter of the alphabet, but Ein here means nothing. And then you add Sof, Ein Sof, which means limitlessness, Ein Sof. And then Ein Sof R is limited, endless light. That's much easier to say, endless light. So I'm thinking that this is probably like a rainbow. And then down here we have the astrological symbol relating to this card. And then the image of the card itself. Okay, so it goes through several of the cards, and then it talks about the four worlds, or the Olamot. Olam is singular, Olamot is plural. So we have Atzilut, which is the world of emanation. This is like the highest world. And I'll read this to you. In this level, the light of Ein Sof radiates and is united with its source. Divine Chokmah, the limitless flash of wisdom beyond grasp, predominates in this world. Okay. Then we have Bria. And Bria is the world of creation. And in this level, is the first creation ex nihilo, where the souls and angels have self-awareness, but without form. Divine Bina, the intellectual understanding, predominates. So we had Chokmah, which is wisdom, and Bina, which is intellectual understanding. These are both sphirot on the trees. And then each part, as we'll see, is broken out. Next is Yetzirah, the world of formation. And you'll hear about the Sefer Yetzirah. This is the book that deals with this part of the tree. And on this level, creation is related to form. The divine emotional Sephirot of Chesed to Yesod predominates. So Chesed to Yesod. All right, and then lastly, the world of Asiya is the material world. On this level, creation is relegated to its physical aspect, the only physical realm and the lowest world. This realm with all its creatures. The divine kingship of Malchut predominates the purpose of creation. We'll look at this closer. And this is, I love this. I love the study of Kabbalah. But we will be able to see some of this much clearer when we get into the cards. And so for each card, at least in the major arcana, we have the Kabbalistic correspondence, the astrological correspondence, and then the meaning. And the meaning, let's see, yes. So this is what we get for the Fool. And the meaning are keywords, is keywords down here. And okay. All right, so this is set up like some of the other items that we've seen. Here's the major arcana, and it's set up like here's all the aces. So you just get this a quarter of a page for each of those. The wands, cups, two of wands, two of cups. You get a full page for those. Two of swords, two of pentacles. And let's see, are the courts in the back? The courts are in the back. And okay, so if the page, here we have the Page of Wands, the Princess of Cups. The Page of Swords, the Princess of Pentacles. So we're taking the masculine and the feminine of each suit. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. So knights are knights. And queens and kings. And so here is about the author. Frater North is a pseudonym. He's a famous occultist, Kabbalist, and tarologist. So let's get into the cards. I'm so excited about this. Let's see. Okay. So the cards. Hello, cards. There are 79 cards in here, and this will be the 79th one here. And as I thought, let me open this up. Can I just slide that band off? Okay, folks, the band does not slide, but, oh, there it is. The band was glued. Okay. Let's look at this 79th card, and, okay. So the 79th card here is the, it's just a picture of the Tree of Life, and it has here Atzilut. This is the first level. The second level is Berea, and then Yetzirah comes all the way here. This is formation, and then Asiya is down here and just encompasses Malchut. So this is the right pillar of the tree and the left pillar. You might think that that's obvious. It's not always very obvious. Okay. Hope I'm holding this so that you can see it. And this is a three arcs right here, where we're talking about the Ein Sof, and the Ein Sof Or, which was the endless light. And now we can see each color and how the colors are going to play out here. And this is probably going to be a little bit more complicated than it would be if I had taken the time. So this is just a first look through, and then I hope we'll be able to come back to it and do some more. Okay, notice Malchut here has 4 colors. Right. So cardstock, it's kind of bendy. I would be, as in easy to, I would not bridge these, because it's not, there's no coating on it, real coating. Look at that, that's sparkly though. But I'm afraid that that these would bend and stay bent. You know what I mean? Crease, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, simple word, crease. So let's take a look now. And right here we've got white and gray. And as I suggested, white and gray, these are the two Sephirot that the Fool is going to be on this line here, path of the Fool. So we have Aleph. It tells you how to pronounce the word and gives you a 1. But of course we know that this is 0. And the Fool. So the Fool, the astrological element. But this is not the astrological, would it be? Air. So I have air. And then this is the, this is from Marseille, isn't it? Oops, I'm going to cheat. Of course we can't cheat. This is the one where there's a cat, and the cat's pulling down his britches for him. Oops, and we see more than that. Okay. Bet. And this time we've got Keter, which is white, and Bina, which is black. So here's the path here. And the magician is ruled by Mercury. Did I show you the back? I love that back. Look at all that sacred geometry in there. Wow. The sun and the moon. Bet, the magician, Mercury. I said that, didn't I? Gimel. And this is the high priestess, ruled by the moon. And the high priestess goes from Keter, and the path goes down here to Tefira. Tefirot. And yellow. White to yellow. Dalet for the Empress and Venus. You know, one of the things, and I'm going to do a video about this, Gimel is also the Hebrew word for camel. And Dalet is the Hebrew word for door. So now we've come out of Keter and we're going into Bina. So we've got Bina and Chokmah. Wisdom and understanding right here. Hey, the Emperor, ruled by Aries. And we've got Chokmah and Teferet right here. So I've got this gray and this yellow. And Teferet means beauty. The Hierophant, or the Hierophant, is Vav, and it goes from Chokmah to Chesed. Chesed is mercy, is ruled by Taurus. The Lovers, Zion. Got the angel here, and just 2 of the lovers. Goes from Bina, understanding, to beauty, to Teferet. And this is, of course, ruled by Gemini. Chariot, this is Chet. And this is Bina to Gevurah. So understanding to strength. And ruled by Cancer. strength. So strength is in the eighth card in this tarot. And this is Tet right here. And this is the woman with the pillar instead of the lion. And we have strength and mercy. And is ruled by Leo. Here is the Hermit. This Hermit card. This is Yud. And we're at 10, although the number here is 9, but this is the 10th card. And we have Chesed, which is mercy, and Tiferet, which is beauty. This is ruled by Virgo. The Wheel of Fortune. Hebrew letter is Kaf. We have Chesed, again, mercy, and Netzach. Netzach, I consider Netzach victory is the way I learned it. And it is ruled by Jupiter. And so seeing as I'm saying Netzach is victory, let's just see what this card, what it says about the Wheel of Fortune, shall we? So the Wheel of Fortune, while Yod is the open hand, and Yod does mean hand, Kaf represents the closed hand, so like a fist. Kaf is associated with movement of energy, and movement is cyclic. Kaf conveys the dynamics of movement, and the movement takes place in a closed cycle. Kaf, just like the Wheel of Fortune card, combines the concepts of movement and immobility, statics and dynamics, progress and traditions in a paradoxical way. When a wheel moves, none of the stages can be skipped. We have to go through it, from the Sphinx to the monkey and back again. Only complete exploration of the higher and lower will allow completing the cycle. The astrological correspondence. In terms of astrology, the Wheel of Fortune corresponds to the planet Jupiter. Jupiter's motto is moving is living. Against the everyday hustle or bustle, Jupiter allows seeing your involvement in global processes and the events we are involved into by the Wheel of Fortune change our lives dramatically. Jupiter is a benevolent and generous planet. Its influence allows an individual to improve. As well as the Wheel of Fortune, if used properly, it provides the right way for an individual where he or she is to succeed. When facing the Wheel of Fortune, it is essential to remember that whatever your standing is today, it is sure to change. And then the meaning, happiness and good luck, acceleration of success. So unfortunately, it does not tell us what they translate Netzach and Chad as. Interesting. Okay. For another session. Okay. All right. So now we're at Justice. Lamed is ruled by Libra, and its strength to beauty. Mem is ruled by water, and actually Mem means water. So we have Gevurah, strength, Had, hidden. That's the Hanged Man. Death, Scorpio, of course. Nun is the number. And notice that Nun I should have picked up on that earlier. With the rest of these cards, after we reached, let's see, Yud is 10. And then if we were counting 11, 12, 13, we would go back to Yud with an Aleph, Yud with a Bet, so on. But when we get to 21, we would go Kaf and Aleph. So Kaf is 20, Lamed is 30, Mem is 40, and Nun is 50. Samach is 60, and that's ruled by Sagittarius, and this is Temperance and Beauty, and Yesod is Foundation. Ayin, and remember we said this right here is Ayin. This is the letter Ayin right here. It actually means eye, as in your eye that you see with. And ruled by Capricorn. And this is the devil with his little chicken feet. Pei means mouth. And we have Hud to Netzach right here. And Mars for the tower. Tzadi is the star. It's interesting, just the star. Netzach to Yesod, victory and foundation for Aquarius. And the moon, this is Kaf. Kaf is the back of the head. So we have Netzach to Malchut. So now we're finally going from here into the last Asiya. So moon ruled by Pisces. And Kaf's number equivalency is 100. And then Reish, we have Hud to Yesod, and that's the sun. Shin is 300, and this is judgment, and it's fire. I've got Hud down to Malchut. Tav, 400, and now we have foundation going into kingdom, or you could call it earthly kingdom right here. And this is the world. So we've gone, it's getting long, but, you can think of Plato. I believe it was Plato. I should know that, by the way. Had the world of ideas. And this is like this right here. This is the world of ideas right here. And it works its way down until it becomes in the earthly sphere here, reality. The idea has been made whole and real, solid. And this is ruled by Saturn. So that's the major arcana. And this is the Ace of Wands. And I almost wish that they had them now by suit. But again, we have, here's the tree. And the Ace of Wands is at the top of the tree in this section right up here, which is Atzilut. And the Ace gives the olive here in the wand. So this is where Atzilut resides, or where the Ace of Wands is. Again, Atzilut for Chokmah. You can see it's just a slight color right here. Mars in Aries. Gimel is this little part right here, or Gimel, 3 of Wands, I'm sorry. It's this little part right here, in Bina, understanding, and that's the Sun in Aries. This is one of the primary reasons I wanted this deck. I wanted all of this. Let me just be honest. I wanted all of this. But also to be able to see this clearer. So it looks like this entire, right, all of the wands are focused up here in this realm of Atzilut. Okay, let me go back to the book for a second. And Atzilut, the world of emanation. So again, this is where the very, very beginning starts. Oh, the beginning starts. Where the idea starts up here. That seed is in the world of Atzilut. And so I'll run through these just quickly. Okay. And see, again, it takes that portion. And I think what we're going to see is how the rest of these line up there. Mars and Leo, the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the Moon in Sagittarius, Saturn in Sagittarius. And here's the page. And so now we see that the page is earth and fire. The knights are air and fire. The queens, water and fire. And the king, fire and fire. And it joins them right there. And here, Yod plus Yod. That's interesting, Yod plus Yod. That's an interesting number. Hey is 5. Interesting. I have to go back and look at that. So, the Ace of Cups. Now we're in this next world down here, Bria. Okay, and Bet is out here. So this is Venus in Cancer. Mercury in Cancer. Gimel's over here. Moon in Cancer. Then Mars in Scorpio. Sun in Scorpio. Down here. Venus in Scorpio. Saturn in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces. Mars in Pisces. The princess is the earth in water, because we know the cups are water. Air in water. Water in water. And fire and water for the king. We have some company here, so hopefully she'll be nice. So here we have the air sign. These are the swords. And now we're in the world of Yetzirah. Down here. And so we have Moon in Libra. Hey, Tweety. Hello. Say hello. That's sassafras. Saturn in Libra. Jupiter in Libra. Nope, I took it out of frame. Come on. Look at what I've got. Look at that. What do you think that is? Yes, come shake the table and all that jumping off of it. Thank you. Venus in Aquarius. That did not work, right? Mercury in Aquarius. Zion, you can't stay up here unless you can do the alphabet, okay? You can't do the alphabet, so you get down. Yatira. Now she's begging. Het. 8 of Swords. Nine of Swords. Mars and Gemini. I am so sorry. Let me pause for a minute. Come on, sweetie. I know it. It's terrible. Here. Play with the toy. Go on. I'm sorry. 10 of Swords. The Page of Swords. Again, Earth and Air. Air and Air for the Knight of Swords. Queen and King. And then last we have Pentacles. And this, she's going to jump up again. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that rabbit and what is that, a fox? Maybe? Huh. Not a fox. I'm not sure what that is. I know what this is. No, you can't help. She's so silly. Excuse me. 2 of Pentacles. So Asiya, we're down here in the earthly realm. Right here. This is interesting. So he didn't explain a lot of what these signs are. This looks almost like the old sign for ecology. And Dalit. And notice that this, let me see, these are not changing color. Interesting. Here's Tet. Yod, the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles, because Pentacles is a feminine sign. The Knight of Pentacles. The King. Oh, and they've switched them. And here's the Queen. And that, my friends, and Sassy, is the Kabbalistic Tarot. So I'm looking forward to working with this. I really want to look forward, I really want to see, oh, she's being such a naughty girl, how some of the numbering is, the hay and the hay. I really want to see what this is about. So, let me know what you think. If this is a deck that would interest you. I have an idea. I have several decks that are focused on the tree of life. Etz Chaim is what this is called, the Etz Chaim. And so I would probably bring these cards back out with that. I'm truly looking forward to working with this. And again, I just want to say that the cardstock, I'm really afraid that it will crease, and that's disappointing. That is really disappointing. So this is definitely an overhand shuffle, and I'm not going to attempt to, riffle shuffle this one. So, well, thank you for watching, and I'm going to continue working on my setup, and I'm so happy to have made this all the way through. This is the first time in a very long time that I've not coughed and coughed and coughed. So let's hope for a continued healing here, and I wish you all the best, and see you soon. Bye-bye.